3 long days, some I don't know. It takes a little more than what you show, and that's yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bobby Finn Knows Everyone. I am Bobby Finn. Along with me is my co-host, Tom Lord. How are you, Tom?
Good. How are you, Bobby?
I am very good. Still trying to get the cobwebs out from the weekend, but we'll get into that.
A lot of cobwebs.
I think
I'm going to stop drinking for a little while.
Yeah, it was great, though. I mean, it's probably a good time to take a little break, huh?
Yeah.
But
right.
It is so dang nice down in that river.
Really is. It really is. Before we get into that, though, you might want to hit that breaking news sounder. You got some.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. Kirill Kaprizov is being wanted by the Russian government right now, and they don't know where he is. And the Wild are saying that they don't know where he is either.
Is it an old-fashioned standoff?
Oh, I think it's a standoff, and it could be, have ramifications for a lot of other people. A lot of other draft picks. I heard Chuck Fletcher is stressed out right now because his number one pick was supposed to be their backup goalie and their goalie of the future, and I don't know if he's coming back now.
Another Russian kid
coming here
for Chuck?
Yeah.
Where's he at again?
Philly, I think.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, with that and the other players, I think it's going to have a ripple effect on a lot of different things.
For sure, until this whole thing calms down. But it's crazy. Do you think that somebody knows where he is? You think that either the U.S. or the Russians or the Wild actually know where he is? I think he's still there, right? Weren't they trying to get him to come back at a point?
Well,
or actually not leave? They try to get him to not leave.
Right. They tried not to say just don't go back there because you don't know what's going to happen. And he's got his family over there. He hasn't seen his family much. I think one time in the last year or so, and his brother, I don't think he's seen it even once. So going back, obviously it's got to be hard not to. But no, I don't know. Why would the Russian government? Who cares what they would just say? Yeah, he's here. We're not letting him go.
I would guess they're not going to let him go. I would say hey, no, we want all of our athletes to stay here, and pro Russia and U.S. can screw off, and you're playing for the KHL and done deal.
Like legitimate defectors, if that's the road it goes.
I would think that they would. What about all the other Russian players though? Do they move their families here, or do they all like Ovechkin and all those guys? Kucherov, are they just all right, we're going to go back and forth and it's okay. It's just we've got, we live in Russia, but we come and play here and everything's cool. But do they not move their families here? I would think that.
I think they do, their immediate family, but I don't think they're distant or maybe their parents. I don't know if their parents always come or not, but.
Am I stupid for thinking move your family here because it's a better life? Or are they just
maybe they don't let them.
Right.
And they say, hey, you know what? You're not taking everyone because this is our leverage against you.
Right.
If you want, your cousin Kamov, I don't know, he's going to be chopped. Yeah.
Kirill has a cousin named Kamov?
Kaprizov.
I don't think.
I don't know. I think that it's just, they'll let you leave. You have to pay them off, first of all.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about the third most powerful person in the country is that gas. He's the big gas guy that owns the Russian army, the Russian Red Army hockey team.
Oh,
they're like the Moscow team. But it's there's a lot going on, man. It's dicey for sure. And Billy Guerin's got to be like, come on, are you kidding me? Just getting this team where I want it, and next thing you know, this kind of crap happens.
Yeah, I saw yesterday that he was saying oh no, it's not a big deal. We're good. But now it's panic mode. Now they're like, oh yeah, we don't know where he is.
Right. Yeah. If I was them, I would say, you know what? Just find a spot and just hide out. Don't talk to anybody at all.
We'll get you out of there.
Well, I kind of think he's out of there already.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you think that they have American military people that can help smuggle them out?
I'm sure any kind of money will get people out.
Yeah.
And with the whole crap with the Ukraine, with the war in Ukraine, there's got to be some holes in that border.
So I'm just kind of putting this together. So do you think that the Russian government said so there's a whole thing about he has a fake military ID, and that's why they're we're looking for him because he has a fake military ID and now he's wanted. to kind of smoke them out and say like, all right, if you don't come back, now you're in trouble.
Yep.
Okay, because or it's like they know where he is and now they're saying he's not coming back, but they probably don't know where he is and he's probably on route
Right.
to get out. Route to get out.
I think most
Kirill Kaprizov.
Russians probably know who the heck Kirill Kaprizov is, don't you think? I mean,
Absolutely.
He's their star,
Right.
their new star.
Do they get to watch him on TV there?
No, good question.
Do they get Fox Sports North?
I don't think they get that. Maybe they get tuned into.
Do they get ESPN Plus? Because some of those games are on
Bullpen
ESPN
Sports.
Plus, and I don't even get access to that.
Yeah, no shit, right? I don't know. I think it's obviously there's the Cold War is kind of turning back on, so I'm sure they hide most of the world from them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty dicey for sure. But you know who it might be the worst for? Brittany Griner.
Well, Brittany Griner, that I'm surprised that's not getting more publicity either, because now they're just got all sorts of charges against her.
Right.
She had a vape pen, she had whatever she was smoking out of it. Now they're like she's gay and we don't allow gay people here, and it's just like, my God,
Right.
why don't we like? Then they want to do like a 1-for-1 swap. That's what I heard.
Who
Like
do they want Kaprizov?
maybe that's it.
Yeah, right. That's their leverage. Give us Kaprizov, and we'll give you. But I think that military ID thing is just a ploy.
Trumped up charges.
Yeah, just a ploy to get them back, and because I think that every male is supposed to do 1 year of military service.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, if you're a superstar, you're not going to be doing that. But if you're not doing it for the home country, they'll figure ways out to punish you.
They want to send them to Ukraine, fight for a year.
Yeah, who knows?
Man,
But
I would think that if he doesn't come back, then a ton of Russian-born players are not ever coming here. They're just
right,
or they're gonna just move as soon as they have a chance, and they're never going back.
Well, I think it's obviously going to have a major impact on tomorrow night. The NHL draft is tomorrow night.
Oh yeah,
Any Russians? Why the hell would you draft? Why would you draft them? I mean,
they're gonna just be slipping
Yeah.
down, unless they're already here and they got them.
Yeah, well, you're not going back, and like I said, the leverage that they'll have on their families is pretty brutal.
Yeah, for
you know?
sure.
So I'm sure they'll get the message to them somehow.
Do you feel like Kirill, if Kirill doesn't come back, does he get paid all that money, or does he, because he got out of his contract, or he his contract was null and void, so they're not going to pay him anymore? Does he get that money? I wonder.
I don't know.
Or can the Wild start over with like, okay, now we have $9 million to spend on a player?
Well, you think you just hit pause on his contract? Maybe, I don't know. That's
Or is he just owed that? Like, sorry, not out of my control. Guaranteed
right.
money.
It's
I don't
like
know what
an
it is.
injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Good question. We're hurting though. The Wild. I mean, they go from such hope. We're still gonna have to go through Colorado,
It's
obviously.
Minnesota. It's Minnesota,
Yeah,
man.
right. Anytime
we deal with
anything
that.
bad can happen, it does.
Yeah. So what about the Russian players that are already here, like the Kucherovs and the whoever's? Like, Tarasenko? I wonder if they went back. Do you know word on them?
I think I heard that Orlov is one of his best buddies in Ovechkin. I think they're here.
Is Ovi a buddy of his?
Well, I don't know if Ovi's a good buddy, but Orlov I think is older
Okay.
than Ovi, so you'd think they'd all kind of run in the same crowd. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Might be like Cuba, the baseball players. The only way to really get out is to really defect.
Right.
So I don't know. Become a U.S. citizen, I guess. Denounce.
Yeah. God, it's insane. Yeah. The Brittany Griner thing is really sad as well. It's just like
Crazy.
she's just detained. She's
Yeah.
in jail.
Right.
It's got to be awful for her, for her family. It's like, oh, wow.
Obviously that's hindsight. She had no idea all the war was going to happen and all the other crap was going to happen. So she's just to
Why was she there?
play basketball.
Like,
I think there's a league over there.
Hmm.
And I think there's a lot of girls that, want to make some money in basketball. So then they go over there.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one thing that you would do if you had to get, like, all right, Bobby, we're going to send you over to Russia, and it's a big risk, but you get to play this sport for a lot of money? Would you do it?
No, I wouldn't do it. Not one bit.
Come on.
No, not one bit. I want nothing to do with that country, man. It's till the Putin's He's nuts, man. That guy's crazy.
Yeah, he's absolutely.
Might as well go see Kim Jong-un too.
They say he's on his deathbed. They say he's got some like terminal cancer.
Died.
Is that true?
He should have died like 50 times already. He disappears for a year.
He's like a grizzly bear. He can ride horses. He scores a ton of goals when he plays hockey. He wins everything he does. Don't you watch that?
Did you hear he got a 19 on a par 18 or a 18-hole golf course? He had 17 holes in one, and then he got a 2-on-1 hole. I swear to God,
that's what they said.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, what the hell is this?
Oh my God! Sounds like when your kid golfs. That's what he says.
Oh no,
Dad, I got 19 holes in one.
Yeah, crazy.
So are you excited for the draft? Are you keeping track? Looks like there's a couple of Gophers that are on the list there. They think the Wild might take Snuggerud. Is that right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's projected. That'd be awesome. I heard the kid is amazing. Yeah, his dad started that breakaway academy, I think, that hockey school out in Chanhassen.
Yeah.
So obviously it worked. His kid's pretty damn good. Don't get me wrong, genetics is part of it as well, but
right. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like the NHL draft is the hardest to predict. Like they seem like they know like here's kind of a list of the top 20, but it always gets mixed and matched, right? Changed, moved around.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any clear number one, like, that you need a superstar to change the game, like McKinnon or McDavid. I don't think there's anybody like that this year. But obviously, I think the talent of all these players is getting better and better and better every single year.
Austin Cooley, is that his name? Austin Cooley? Who's the Cooley kid?
Logan Cooley.
Logan Cooley,
Yeah.
Gopher recruit. Let's go.
Yeah, he's a stud.
He's top 5. You think he's top 5?
I think
Flyers will grab him.
A different mock draft I saw had him number 3. So he's that good?
Yeah. Is he one and done for the Gophers?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just like your buddy. Who were we talking about last time? The D from Bloomington.
Yeah.
Where he told you straight up.
Yeah.
I'll be here 1 year.
I don't plan on being here that long.
Right.
Oh, yeah. That guy's Eric Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Super stud. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of the names besides the Gopher recruits with Snuggerud and Cooley, and I don't know. Gopher, the Wild pick 19. We have 2 picks, right? Because didn't we just trade?
Fiala trade.
Yeah, the Fiala trade.
Yeah.
You like that?
I do like it.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, maybe we didn't have to clear up space if there's not going to be a Kaprizov, but
just wait a second, come back. The ink's not dry.
Yeah, but no, I think it's what we had to do. To free up some space. Unfortunately, we got the Parise Suter contracts that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
But I do like it. I mean, getting a first round pick, and then we're also Faber's a stud, man.
I like him a lot. Yeah. I don't know what he'll translate to in the NHL, but you got to think he's going to be good. He's got great hands. He's got great, vision on the ice and makes the right play. And not a huge kid, not a giant, physical player, but I don't know. Do you need to be that physical? I mean, maybe in the playoffs, they always find some big bodies, guys in the back. But
he's big enough. He's 6 feet, 200 right now. And what is he, 19 years old?
You're saying that he could still grow? Do you think I could still grow? I'm only 5'6".
I think it's over for you. But, 6'1", 200, that's a decent size. And if he can be anything like Cale Makar, is he the best player in the NHL right now?
I don't know. They say he is.
I mean, to go from McKinnon and McDavid and now a D, just passes them both up.
Well, and the Avs are so stacked. That's what's so hard. They're so good. My God, can we get lucky like that?
No.
No. The answer is no. 6'1", 200. Baprock Faber is. Wow. Okay. Maybe we bring back a little Blake Wheeler. He's a big center, isn't he? He's a center.
I think he's played center. And we'll need it for sure, but they're shopping him around apparently too.
So we have a little bit of space to sign a couple guys, right? With Fiala going?
Well,
or no?
I don't know. I think we had to trade him to free up space because I don't think we were going to be under the cap.
Oh, okay. Blue, boo, boo.
Right.
That sucks.
Yeah. We have to get do some wheel and deal and call Rob Brzezinski. Apparently he's the master at it. That's the Vikings. Yeah. Apparently he's the best at figuring out salary caps. Somehow.
I think I would probably be the worst at figuring out salary caps. I can't even figure out how to pay my cable bill.
Last Friday was the greatest contract day ever. That was the anniversary of it. It's Bobby Bonilla Day.
That's what they call it?
Bobby Bonilla Day.
Why is that?
Because back in the day, gosh, I wish I had the number in front of me, but back in the day, Bobby Bonilla was at his prime of his career. and he was going to sign this absolutely massive contract. But he said, okay, I will do this. You pay me, I think it's like a couple $1 to $2-3 million for until 2035.
Yes.
So it's to 2035. The guy gets $2 to $3 million a year every July. What is it? July 1st.
So July 1st, the article came out and it said, why is it Bobby Bonilla Day? On Friday, the 59-year-old will collect a check. You're right. $1,193,000.
So every year he gets a 1.2
until
million.
Until 2035.
That's incredible. What a great contract. And that, he's going to be that guy that's not broke, right?
Right.
I mean, that's the most intelligent contract ever signed. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Bobby Bonilla Day.
That's fantastic. I can't believe you haven't heard of it, but yeah, what a great contract.
So doesn't that screw the Pirates or whoever signed it? Was the Pirates?
For what, a 1.2 million? Now 1.2 million doesn't even matter. I mean, everybody's getting paid over that now. So it really, in grand scheme of things, that's what everybody should do.
That's awesome.
If you can put it out that far, that's what everybody should do.
Right.
Because then you don't have to worry about all these players that are signing these. I don't care what sport it is. You signed a multi-million-dollar contract, and then you buy 15 cars and 5 houses, and you're broke in 5 years.
Right.
Like, come on. Help these guys out. Sign these long-term contracts at a lower annual rate, and I think you'd be a lot better off. And frankly, you'd have the Joe Lewises of the world not sitting outside Caesars shaking hands for nothing when the guy's arguably the greatest boxer ever.
Right.
So I don't know. It's Bobby Bonilla Day. It's fantastic.
How about, let's talk about T-Wolves then. You like that move? God, a lot of moving and shaking going on. You like this?
Yes.
God, I guess it's maybe the greatest July ever. Usually this is like the doldrums of sports,
right, the abyss.
Yeah. But I do remember when Suter and Parisi signed on the 4th of July too. I was like, this is an awesome time of year.
Yeah, right. The Parisi Suter signing I was just as happy that day as I was the Herschel Walker day. I mean, that was fantastic. Oh my gosh, we're getting the greatest free agents out here. We granted we traded everybody for Herschel Walker, and it gave the Dallas Cowboys how many Super Bowls, but that day was fantastic. And then that first play, I don't know if you remember it or not. I'm kind of getting off Gobert, but the first play, Herschel Walker caught that kickoff and ran out of his shoe for a touchdown.
Yep.
That's incredible. I was going even more nuts then.
Was that the opening kickoff or was that like halftime?
That was the opening kick.
Oh my God.
And we're all like, oh my gosh, we're going to be the greatest team ever.
Right.
But
so you don't think that's going to happen with the Timberwolves, the Rudy Gobert?
I don't.
We gave away the franchise because that's the way I felt originally.
Yeah. But
so people talked me off the ledge.
They hung on to their key players. I mean, they really did. I can't think of who's the guy that they really like. He's a young guy. But they got Gobert, best center in the game. Mm-hmm. They got Cat. He can play a power forward now. They got Ant. Shooting guard. Yeah. They got D'Lo. If he sticks around, why wouldn't you? Now you got 4 great players. That's pretty key. Yeah,
Jaden McDaniels is the guy that they're saying may have need to get thrown in the mix, but they held on to him too.
Yeah, that was funny. Barrero just asked who's their new GM. He just asked the GM straight up, if Danny Ainge asked for Jaden McDaniels, would you have done, or would the deal have happened?
He'd talk his way around it.
Yeah, he kind of hesitated, but he was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing. Here's what we were talking about. This was my hesitation. As people said, you got to win right now. You got all the pieces of the puzzle. You're not giving anybody up. You're getting so much better for right now. The NBA those players are not loyal. Those guys come and go. They're just like, it didn't work out. I'm out of here. Jimmy Butler, see ya, bye. Who are the guys on the Nets? Like Durant and
Irvin.
Yeah, we're out, bye. So he doesn't like it. He doesn't, he gets a little conflict. He's like, I want to trade right now. Done. And now we're screwed for the next 4 years when I'm a number 1 draft pick for 4 years.
Yeah, but I think everybody's going to cover that kind of center. That kind of center is rare. He'll do this dirty stuff too. Like he's really good at picks. Mm-hmm. He's a great passer. He's getting 15 and 15 every game. So he's very, very. I think it's an unbelievable trade.
Okay. How about the NBA is not a place where centers score anymore. Underneath, it's all on the outside. It's all in the wing shooting.
But you got to cover him. I mean, he can dunk everything. So you can't cover Ant, you can't cover Cat, Rudy, and D'Lo at the same time. I mean, you can't do it. So they're going to have to double somebody, and that's going to leave somebody open. So I don't know. I think it's a really good trade.
Guaranteed we go to the conference finals.
Within the next 5 years.
5, really?
Mm-hmm. Maybe 3.
I'll give it 2.
You think 2?
Or it's a failed trade.
Yeah, I was trying to be a little conservative, but
he's only 30. I say it's got to be a shorter amount of time because these guys are going to leave.
Yeah, but
they don't stick around 5 years.
You still have Golden State to go through. I mean, you still have these teams. So if they hit all these threes, as many twos as we get, it ain't enough for the threes, right? I don't know. It's going to be interesting for sure.
T-Will's going to screw it up somehow.
It's Minnesota.
Minnesota's going to screw it up somehow.
Yeah.
He'll freaking get hurt in the first game, or he'll want to trade, or he'll get into a fight with some random dude. He'll get, something's going wrong. The whole team will be on like a party bus and, get busted with porn or something. It's going to be bad.
Something's going to happen for sure. Good call on that.
It's going to be bad. Wait till the implosion happens.
You're right. And speaking of that, the Twins, I was all excited to talk about them again, up by 4 or 5 games, and they just lost in extra innings. I'm going to bet against them every time we do a pod because I think they lose that day every single time.
We're all ready to talk about how good they are and look at we've come so far, and then down the dumps.
Down in the dumps.
Did they get rid of that one relief pitcher yet who just blew 4 games in a row?
2 more runs in 1 inning today. Pagan.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 more today. I
think it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, St. Paul's calling.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. That's terrible.
Maybe Billy G needs to go in that locker room and tell him it's about fucking winning. And go, sorry, Pagan.
Yeah. But
this team's about winning and you are not a part of it.
Well, Putin will trade you straight up Pagan for Kaprizov. Let's go.
Oh, God.
But the positive thing is, you got Arias. Looks like Tony Gwynn reincarnated out there. I mean, he's batting, going into today at 345, and then he was 2 for 2 when I left today.
Yeah.
The guy is just a hitting machine.
Yeah.
So,
people still care about batting average, though? Is that important?
I think so. I mean, obviously, everybody likes the long ball, right? And
chicks dig the long ball.
Chicks dig it. And Buxton's got his 22 already, and he's batting like 150.
Yeah.
But nobody ever talks about the average because he's got 22 bombs. So, but no, the team's got it's a good team. Obviously, the elephant in the room is you're going to have to run into the Yankees or the Astros in the playoffs if you do get there, and they don't have a chance.
What are you talking about? We never struggle against the Yanks. Come on, this is the year.
This is it.
These guys don't care. They're from Minnesota. They can beat anybody.
Yeah, that's why we get somebody that we get a whole team that hasn't been here before.
Yeah.
So they don't even know the stigma, but until they see all the pucker factor going and all the fans, we're gonna blow it. We're gonna blow it.
The pucker factor. Yeah. So all right, I'm big Minnesota guy. We're going on the tops in all the sports. Now the T-Wolves, Vikes are going to be the best.
Yeah, the Vikes are, they got a lot of positive talk, which you hear every single year. Did you hear the big trade today?
I did.
Baker Mayfield to the Panthers?
Yep.
Well, for a 5th round pick.
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was a future number 1 or something like that.
I don't think so. I think it's a 5th round pick.
Oh my God.
And how bad is that to go from the number 1 overall pick
to
the 5th
He's
pick?
not that bad, is he?
Well, I don't know. I think he's a cancer, though. I think he's just such a prick that nobody wants to play with him. I mean, take your commercials and go to Carolina. Those
they
commercials.
already have Sam Darnold, don't they? I thought Darnold was their guy.
Yeah.
He's got to be better than Baker.
Got to be. Or he's a bust, too.
I always thought he was decent. I always thought he was pretty good, but they shipped him around. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bake.
I don't get it.
Carolina, they can't do anything. They don't know what they're doing down there, do they? And they got McCaffrey and
he's hurt every year. He screws me every year in fantasy football.
Yeah, he does. Don't ever have the number 1 pick in fantasy football. It's the worst place ever.
I think we went big on him too last year. Yeah. Then and it cost me.
So yeah, okay.
But what so this weekend, River, a lot of fun.
Yeah, 4th of July was last weekend. It was great. It's a good time to be a Stillwater resident or even a river lover. We got out there a lot. A lot of shenanigans. A lot of shenanigans on the river. A lot of people. a lot of, even though the weather wasn't nice, I've never seen that many people on the river. Never seen that many boats. I've never seen that many crazy people doing crazy things. I think it's the time that we're in. People just don't give a shit anymore.
I don't think so. I think you're exactly right. They just don't care. And we were sitting behind our buddy's boat in the water. And did you notice it, or who noticed it?
I noticed it first. I win.
So 2 people were on a floaty, just getting after it.
Getting it on.
Just in front. They didn't care who was watching. I mean, they were getting after it.
Yeah.
It had to be 45 minutes.
It was a while because I think I was looking at it for about 5 or 10. I was like, I think that's happening. I think those people are actually doing it. It's like a moment in vacation.
Right.
It's like,
Dad, I think he's going to park her.
Yeah. Russ is not going to park her. Yep, Russ, he's going to park her. So there's all boats, right? We're in a bay. Usually there's not even any boats in the bay. The boats are all stacked up. And then out about 10 feet, there's a rafting. Yep, there's a couple cowgirl. Yep, seesaw. I was like, what's happening? And it didn't stop. It was like, what's happening? It's like families and people and kids, like, what's going on? And then, so were you there the next day when somebody swam out because they had to go pee? So they swim out in the water and inconspicuously, like tinkle a little bit in the water and they come back. So this girl goes out and like has to walk past the raft. And she said she swims past the raft, and she's like to the girl on the raft who was the one the night before. And she's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna go pee over here." And the girl says, that girl, she goes, "Look me in the eye." And she's like, "What?" She's like, "Look me in the eye." She looks at her and she's like, "That's right. I'm the dominant one.
You're submissive.
You're submissive." And the girl's like, "Oh my God, who are you? What is going on? Get off our river."
Right. It was insane. Yeah. And then we had another boat right next to us that, thankfully I walked over there because my son, who is 14, was doing, he's playing one-on-one football against a young man. I mean, it's got to be 20 to 25 years old, put together pretty good. And he absolutely blasted my kid off the line. And then he gave him a forearm to the face a little bit, like down a little bit further. And my kid "Dad, let's just go." And I'm like, no, fuck that. We're not going. So I put my hand in the sand. I go, "Come on, buddy, you and me." He's like, "No, I don't want to do it." I'm like, "Come on.
You think you're
You
tough?
can do it to that 14-year-old kid.
Yeah.
You can do it to his dad. Let's go." Kind of got in each other's face, obviously, for a little while. And ironically, that kid's mom get off their boat and said, don't hurt my kid," or whatever the heck she said. But it was just stupid. I mean, there was just stupid people out there, but for the most part,
The kid was all tuned up, wasn't he?
he was all tuned up, yeah. And she apparently kicked him off the boat for the rest of the weekend, and I don't know what else.
I think I saw that because we kind of made friends with that guy who was running the boat.
Yeah.
And he was a nice guy. And I saw him kind of like chastising somebody at the back of the boat, and he took off, and I didn't know what the situation was. But then you told me that whole deal with your kids. Like, what's going on out here?
Yeah, I'm just like, come on, man. Let's just enjoy the weekend. We don't need no, crazy shit. I mean, the shenanigans is shenanigans. I think that's still a little messed up when there's kids running around.
Right.
But, it's the river. You never know what you're going to get on that river.
It's the river.
Yeah.
My God, did you hear about the guy that fell off and hit the prop
Oh, my God.
right outside the marina? He, I guess, so we heard about it, that he was reaching for his hat and he fell off the boat and the prop hit him in the face. And today someone told me that he was on Top Chef. He's like a restaurant, I don't know, owner or just chef in town. And yeah, I hope he's going to be all right. I mean, it's, awful things.
Yeah, that's horrible. I mean, the initial story we heard was really big. Thankfully, he's alive.
Yeah.
But the initial story was, he lost his ear and he lost his nose and face chopped up, and shit, your face goes no prop. That obviously can happen.
Yeah.
But they had, I think that was that Lifelink helicopter.
That we saw that day.
Yeah.
Well, We had a buddy whose hat fell off and you dove in and saved it, but I don't think the engine was on and I think you jumped far enough off. But it's going to make me think about that from now on.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. When you brought this up, I'm like, I don't want you to freaking second guess my stupidity. I'm not going to jump in a prop, for Christ's sake.
You were way out there.
Yeah. But no, it's, yeah, you always get that. I mean, I'm liable to jump off boats.
You love jumping in the water.
Oh, it's the most, I mean, it's just
you jumped in the water. We were out in May have been, early May, mid-May. When we first went out there, you like jumped in the water like 7 times. I remember I was like, that water can't be 65 degrees. And you're like, diving in, you would just throw yourself off the edge. No, we were just like, we weren't docking, we were just anchored.
Right.
But man, nobody loves the water more than you.
There was a time when we were in Jamaica and we were taking one of those catamarans around to this restaurant, this big cove where you jump off the cliffs and stuff. We're on this catamaran. There's probably 50 to 100 people on it. And I don't know, I had a few in me and my wife is on the other side. So I just ran at her and she's like looking at me like, what in the hell are you doing? And I just dove straight over her. Right into the ocean. And it was probably about a 20-foot drop, and the whole catamaran had to stop.
It was
come
moving?
back. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
It was going full speed.
Oh, my God.
And she like looks at me like, what are you doing? And I just dove right over her and other people right into the ocean. And who knows what the hell was down there.
The guy think you're man overboard.
Yeah. They're going, you're crazy.
Don't do that off like a Carnival cruise line. Okay?
No, I won't do that.
No.
I'm crazy, not stupid.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah. The whole like just diving into the depths of anything just kind of freaked me out a little bit. I'm the first one who like puts on the life jacket on my waist, or just around my legs and then just go bob in the water. It's like, I don't want to hit something and not come back up. There's too many like weird shit that happens down there.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta be, don't get me wrong. Obviously you're shaking the dice anytime you do it, but for the most part, when I don't know what's going on, I kind of shallow dive and try to stay towards the surface and put your hands out front. But you never know, man. I remember there was a time we were up north at a buddy's cabin and there's a river right next to it. And we climbed this tree and me and another buddy are like, are you going to jump or dive? And I go, I don't jump. He goes, well, let me go first then. And he jumped and it was up to his knees.
Oh, shit.
I was like, ooh, thank God.
Oh, God.
Right. But
that reminds me of my dad was fishing with his buddies and the boat started coming off the dock, and started going out in the water. So my dad, he was probably, I don't know, he's probably 60. He like dove into the water. He like said he's like swimming, like arm over arm to go get the boat. And he grabbed the boat and he's like struggling to like swim the boat back because it was kind of a big boat. And they're like, Jim. He's like, I got it. He's like, Jim. They're like, I got it. He's like, Jim, just stand up. And he just stood up and the water was like up to his waist. He's like, I didn't know it was 2 feet of water.
Oh, jeez. You ever hear that one about Miller?
No.
He fell off the boat and the boat kept like doing the circle of death around him because nobody was in it. And it kept going and going and going. And somehow he threw his sweatshirt and it got caught in the prop and stopped it.
What?
Yeah, honestly.
That is a death sentence.
I know, it's scary shit, man.
So he was in drive? How'd he fall off the boat?
I don't know.
Come on.
Yeah.
We got to talk to him.
Yeah.
That's bad news.
We'll get the full story.
Oh my God. I would just be like, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah, right. I mean.
That's kind of genius.
Yeah.
That's a good throw.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm going to have to let that boat run out of gas. Would it be like, it's getting closer and closer and closer and closer?
Right. Yeah, you're kind of in no man's land there where that, boat's going faster than you can swim. But what'd you think of the fireworks down there this year?
I thought it was decent. I liked it. My daughter's like, it wasn't as good as last year, but I think they always do a good job. And this year they shot it off a raft. I don't know if that's any different or better than shooting it off of the shore, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fireworks guy in the world, but I thought it was fun. Getting out of there is always a pain in the ass, but I thought it was fun. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I mean, I've heard mixed reviews for sure, but you know what? One of the things that kind of got, I was like, what the hell are these cannons going off all day long for?
Every hour.
And
like 5 sets of it, like, boom.
Right.
Those poor people standing nearby.
Seriously, how about the guys with PTSD? My God.
Oh God.
Yeah.
We had when I was at the U of M. Do you ever see the cannon guy? So there's a guy that stands in the end zone at the Gopher games. Gopher football in the end zone. Where else would it be? Gopher football. And his jacket says Cannon Man. I don't know if he's still out there, but every time the Gophers score, he pulls the cord and goes boom, just shoots a big old blast off.
Right.
Every game, somebody would walk behind it or walk in front of it, and he didn't care. He's like, I'm Cannon Man, and this is where Cannon Man stands. And when they score, I pull the ripcord no matter what, because there'd be people nearby. And he just yanked that thing, and they would just jump out of their shoes, just like, oh my God. I was like, dude, don't. Just wait 5 seconds. But nope, as soon as they catch that pass, boom.
You sound like Duff Man. I'm Duff Man.
I'm Duff Man.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
that's
know.
Cannon Man. We should have Cannon Man on the pod.
What about the freaking cars going around the city of Minneapolis on
Oh
4th
my
of July
God.
with cannons? I mean, it's like they were.
this.
It looked like Mad Max or Escape from New York.
It was insane. I don't know why or what or how or what's going on, but Thomas, you want to throw this up on the screen right away too. You got to look at the thing right away. It looks like Mad Max. It looks like they have a machine gun full of fireworks.
Right.
And they're just like shooting it at buildings, at people. And then people are just running for their lives. I don't know. What is that? A Roman candle? Does it hurt? I don't get it. But
It
like,
can't feel good.
oh, it's like awful.
And
then
it
there's
just kept
like,
going. I mean, there's other cars doing it too. So it had to be like, obviously they knew what they were doing.
maybe they're like in a little firework war or something. And then they're down the other side of the street. They're just going to blast more fireworks at each other. I mean, this is right down by the Walker, I think, isn't it? Is that the Walker or the Guthrie? I get the two mixed up. But like, I think that's the Graham Belt Bridge right there. And they're just like firing. People are getting hit. Fireworks are going off left and right. I mean, my buddy said, he lives down there. He said there's cops on ATVs driving around today. Here they go again. It does. It looks like Batman or Mad Max. Boom.
Right. It's insane.
Yeah, I don't like. Downtown Minneapolis is kind of mayhem. I would not be down there on the 4th of July, that's for sure, let alone any night.
Right. But with that said, thanks for listening and, try to help. Don't hurt. A lot of people out there are crazy. A lot of people need help. Try to be a good person. And like we always say, don't be a dick.
That's yesterday.